Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, January the 5th, 2018. Welcome to my first eBay video of the year. Before we get started with the eBay video, let me explain the situation because you're probably wondering why I'm in here as opposed to being outside. First of all, so I'm actually starting this video on Thursday, January the 4th, because right now as I speak, we're having a major blizzard. Heavy snow is falling, gale force winds, and there's a real chance we're going to lose power. So I figured I would bang this video out today and start working on it. In case we do lose power, at least I'm covered. So that's the situation. I'm also going to give you a very quick look at some video I shot earlier today, and if possible, a little snowblower clip as well. Drink. In today's video, as I said, we're going to be talking about the blizzard, Concierge for the win, and the holidays are gone. Thank freaking God. Oh my God. I'm telling you something. You know me, guys. I rarely come out here and complain about sales. My sales are steady throughout the year. However, there are two holidays that really kill me: Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can set your watch by my sales. I did great through December. Excellent, above average. December 23rd, bang! My sales cut right off. All right? Not because eBay did anything, no. Because people are worried about the freaking holiday. All right? My sales stayed bad from December 23rd to January 2nd when, bang, the switch went right back on and I'm doing great again. But from December 23rd to January 2nd, it was terrible. Worst sales week of 2017 and quite possibly my eBay career, which spans back to 1999. So I just want you guys to know my sales pattern. I'm wondering how you guys did the week of December 23rd to January 2nd. So if you'd comment that below, that'd be great. I'm now going to deal with your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. Existing Collections wrote, "Hi, I sold an item a few days before Christmas. Didn't pay right away. Paid a few days after Christmas. After he pays, he messages me on eBay asking, what do I mean by the condition? Is it used or not? I had it all in the listing. This is the second time this happened to me. Why don't buyers ask the questions before buying and bidding?" That, my friend, has been an ongoing problem since day one. It happens to me, all right? Just last week, I woke up, checked my iPhone, and in succession I saw your item sold, then I saw request to cancel, then I saw question from buyer. All three things related to the exact same item. In this case, the buyer bought the item, then wanted to cancel the item, then claimed, okay, I won't cancel it if you're able to change the address and send to another address. Buyers should really ask all questions before buying or even bidding. I don't know if eBay has highlighted that for newbies, but I really wish they would. Dale Leonard wrote, "Now is the time we're dealing with lots of returns. We've had so many people buying after December 19th with slowest shipping that was expecting items to arrive by Christmas. I don't understand. Everywhere, including eBay, post office, and even the news told everyone that after the 19th items won't arrive. Yet we're getting negative feedback from these people. Next year, after Christmas shipping cutoff, we are putting store on vacation until after Christmas. It's just not worth it. People are ignorant." Well, Dale Leonard, I totally understand your point there. I had one or two people contact me a little bit before Christmas and give me lip because their item did not arrive by eBay's estimated time. And that, of course, I would think is the fault of the post office. I explained to the guy that eBay's estimated time is a bit on the liberal side, if you ask me, and things don't always arrive, but I did show him that I shipped the item out in a timely manner, as I was supposed to. For you, Dale Leonard, I would definitely call eBay and see if you can get that negative removed if you can prove by your tracking information that you shipped the item on time. I would definitely call eBay, and I called him yesterday, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Larry Villette wrote, "Hello Joe, great video as always. Just a quick update on cancellations. In the last 10 days, 2 cancellations, both of which were within 10 minutes of purchase. I always ask for a reason. One of them just said sorry, the other just said she made a mistake. Cancellations are getting out of hand. Thanks again, Joe, for the great videos and Happy New Year, Larry." Well, Larry, you know my feelings on cancellations. I get plenty of them. I didn't get a lot of cancellations in the last few weeks because I was so freaking slow. As I said, from December 23rd to January 2nd. In fact, I don't know if I got any cancellations. However, remember a few weeks ago I was out here, actually the last 2 weeks, and I said, I've got no returns. Now I knew what was going to happen. There was a cork in the bottle, and once the cork got yanked, the returns would come flying in, which they did. And I'm going to talk more about returns when I talk about eBay Concierge a little bit later. St. Paul MN Seller wrote, "Joe, had my first return of the year, which was an automatic authorized return for Change Mine. The strange thing is the item hadn't even been shipped yet, plus got a PayPal case opened at the same time as the eBay return. I refunded the buyer, and 2 days later I discovered the buyer had purchased the identical item from another seller prior to initiating the return request, and next morning a PayPal case. What made this an even more bizarre situation for this transaction was from a buyer who was blocked in 2016, and this was the third block bidder circumvention by this buyer." Okay, a couple of points there. I think it's sick and disgusting that a buyer can open a case with eBay and PayPal for the same item. It's double jeopardy. I wish that there was a way that they could do something that you can open it with one or the other, but not both. eBay used to have that set up back when eBay owned PayPal, but ever since they split off, it looks like that is no longer the case. So that is something to be concerned about. As far as blocking that guy, are you saying that you blocked his user ID and he created a new account? Because you weren't quite specific on that. So if you would maybe update us in the comment section below and let us know exactly what happened with that. I've had that happen twice, where people I blocked for non-paying years ago, back before I required immediate payment, people created new accounts just to buy my items because I refused to unblock them. Anybody that does not pay Joe gets blocked and does not get unblocked, because that is the mark of a fitchy buyer. Robert Keyser wrote, "My sales are just as bad as yours this week, Joe. Last December was amazing. Now it's like eBay pulled the plug. Customers lured away from my store by sponsored links. I'm going seriously broke. Happy New Year." Robert, I hate the sponsored links just as much as you do. But again, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I attribute the terrible sales for me to the dreaded holiday, okay? I don't think it was an eBay matter pulling people off the site, although the sponsored links do pull people off the site. Because as I said, January 2nd, bang, my sales came roaring right back. And the sponsored links are still there. ZXC2054 wrote, "Starbucks standalone stores seem to always be busy too. I'm amazed at how many people will buy $5 coffee drinks laden with 600 calories. Maybe Chunky Finch goes there. It sure looks like it after his movie, which he goes alone." I love it. I like that comment. And he's referring to what I mentioned last week, how there are certain businesses, and I brought up Dunkin' Donuts, that seem to always be busy. And I'm telling you something, trust me guys, in my area, Dunkin' Donuts never slows down. The parking lot is always full, no matter what time of the day you go there, no matter what the weather. We're having a blizzard now, and I would bet my last dollar there are people in Dunkin' Donuts. Another busy franchise is McDonald's, but that's a topic for another video. Neil Guiver wrote, "Joe, thanks for the time and effort you put into creating your videos. Your content seems to follow the values of the BBC when it was originally set up, to inform, educate, and entertain. You always get 3 out of 3. I'll always watch to the end. Good luck for 2018. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you found my videos helpful." Frederick Lee Furby wrote, "Dear Joe, as an eBay seller, I also have found your YouTube videos most helpful. If I ever have an eBay question or video problem, I will first check your videos for an answer before calling eBay. I, for one, appreciate your taking your personal time to share your advice and experience, and was wondering if you accept donations to help you with the expensive video production. I cannot find anywhere on the page where you do so. Thanks again for all your help and all you have given to us over the years. And of course, I hope you have a great and happy New Year." Well, Fred, thank you for your positive comments. I'm glad my videos have helped you. I have never, in my 11 years now, going on 11 years making these videos, I have never asked for donations. I always pay my own way, but I thank you so much for offering. While we're on that subject, can you believe, I hate to digress off the video, but this comment just reminded me that my stalker is asking for donations in order to get me kicked off eBay. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. He has put up a GoFundMe page asking for donations in order to get me kicked off eBay. Crazy as it sounds, guys, I'm not lying. I might put the link to that, or maybe I'll just put a screen capture. But anyway, I just thought that you guys would be interested with that. Continuing on, Picking for a Cause wrote, "Thanks very much, Joe, for all the great educational videos. Thank you also for opening up your email address to direct communication. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, Joe, and all subscribers on your channel. Have a prosperous and successful 2018. Happy selling. God bless." So yeah, that is it for the comments from last week's video. We're going to move on to new comments now. I'm going to talk about returns, and I'm going to couple that with eBay Concierge. Now, as you know, I do get more returns than most of you because people do not read their wheel size or know the year or model of their vehicle. And as long as they admit they're wrong and pay for return shipping, I have no problem with that. I want to talk about the last 10 or so returns I got. Out of the 10 returns, I would say 8 of them are what I call legit returns, meaning the person bought the wrong size or whatever. He made a mistake and he admits it and he's paying the shipping back. So I'm really not losing any money because, as I told you, I charge shipping now. All right, everything that gets listed, people are paying shipping on. So they're paying the shipping one way and the other way. And it's going to be a costly lesson for them to read the listing a little better next time. I had 2 people file snag cases. One person had purchased a cassette radio player from me, from my thrifting group. As I told you last week or the week prior, I buy a lot of items in bulk. So I bought this brand new in the package cassette radio player. So I figured it's going to work. I sent it to the customer, they got it, and they said the radio part works fine, but the cassette doesn't. What would you like to do? Now, I know there are some eBay sellers, and you guys know this, that are so quick to say something like, "Oh, just keep it, I'll give you a full refund." No. That's not the way to do it. Unless it's obviously broken. Okay, and you know there's something wrong with it, or you made the mistake. So what I said to her is, I said, "I'll give you a choice. Either send the item back for a full refund, or if you'd rather, you can keep the item for a partial refund. Your choice, I'll work with you either way." All right? And she chose to return the item for a full refund, which is fine. In this case, I would have to pay shipping because it was not as described and not working. And hey, if it's not working, that's only fair. I should pay the shipping. And I did. Now, I know there are some of you people that seem to think buyers do not return the items. They just wind up keeping them. But no, this buyer did return the item. I gave her full money back, and that was fine. I don't have an issue with a snag case as long as it's legit. To be honest, I didn't even check the cassette player. I don't know if it works or not. I have it in the other room. If it works, I'll relist it. If not, I won't. Okay? Now, the second snag case was what I would call a snake in the grass. Guy buys an item from me in the wee hours when I'm sleeping. When I wake up the next day, it says this item has sold, and here come the messages from this guy, one after the other. In the middle of the night, I don't know why he has to message me 3 times. All right? But obviously he was already backpedaling. Now it turns out, and I didn't realize it at the time, it turns out he bought the same item from another seller cheaper right after he bought mine. He bought those cheap China knockoff craps. Okay? Because they are crap. So I didn't know it at the time. But he was already backpedaling. So I shipped him the item. He got the item, opens a snag case and says, "Item is not as described. It has more scratches than you said it did." So I checked the listing and it did say the item was scratched. But do I really want to get into a pissing contest with this guy? Because, now think about it. He says it's more scratched. That's his opinion. Who do you think eBay is going to rule with if I fight him on this case? So I just put my hand up and I said, "No problem, I'll give you a refund if you send it back." and I'll pay for the shipping. So okay, today is January, well today's the 4th, tomorrow's the 5th. You're watching this on the 5th. At this point, he still has not uploaded the tracking info. So I'm waiting for the case to time out, and then I will call eBay Concierge, which is what I did yesterday on another one. 2 people this week. Unbelievable. So I called up eBay Concierge yesterday because one of the people who wanted to return something was having a problem in printing a label. He was totally legit. He admitted he bought the wrong type and all that. He was fine, but he was having a problem printing the label. So I called eBay Concierge. So eBay Concierge jumped in and tried to help him work this out. After going back and forth with email with this guy, I swear to God I'm not lying, at least 15 times, his last message to me yesterday was, "Never mind, Joe, I think I'm going to keep them." And I think he said that because he found out how much he was going to have to pay to ship them back to me. That's what I think. So while I'm talking to eBay Concierge, the lady says, "Is there anything else I can help you with, Joe?" I said, "Well, there is one other thing." I said, "I have another return that the person has never sent back. It says that I can close this case out on January 3rd. Okay? Which January 3rd was the day I'm talking to this lady on the phone. So she looks it up and says, "Oh yeah, Joe." And it was near the end of the day, like let's say 4 o'clock. She says, "True, we have to really give the customer to the very end of this business day." So I said, "Okay, I understand. I guess I'll have to call back tomorrow, the 4th. She says, "No, you know, I'm going to make a notation right now. When I come in tomorrow morning, if I don't see tracking number uploaded for this item, I'm going to close it out in your favor." So I'm like, yeah, I hope she does it. So this morning I checked, because today's Thursday, remember, we're going on alternate time this week. So this morning I checked, bang, she closed it out in my favor. Done. Now, I have a question for you guys about that. How do you react in this case? When a person opens a return request, okay? For whatever reason, I don't care what the reason is, doesn't fit, wrong size, you accept the request like I did. The person fails to upload the tracking in a timely manner. You call eBay, they close the case in your favor. That means you can't get nagged, you're protected. Now what happens, what do you do if, let's say in a week or 2, this person then sends the item back to you? Okay? Remember, they're violating eBay rules and all that. They're doing everything wrong. Would you give them a refund or what? This is something I want to hear from you guys. Please comment that below. Over my, what was it, 18 years on eBay? Almost 19 now. I have had that happen. I haven't had it happen recently, but I got a gut feeling it's going to happen with this person, okay? And I want your opinion on this. What would you do in that case? Would you give them a refund, or would you just ignore it and see what happened? I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about that. I'm going to cut this off now, guys, because I have to go back outside and do some more snow work. So let's do a brief rehash, and I got to get outside. All right. Firstly, how were your sales from the point December 23rd to January 2nd? Would you say they were horribly slow, average, or super? Please comment below. I'm curious to see how you guys did across the board. I hope you all did better than I did, and better than Robert. Okay, next item. I'm very happy with eBay Concierge. They gave me great service, as I just told you. I would like your opinion on that hypothetical case. What would you do if somebody returned an item to you, let's say a week or 2 or 3 after eBay closed the return in your favor? Please comment that below. If you have any questions or comments or concerns you want me to talk about next week, comment them. Guys, I come out here every single Friday, even though today's Thursday, to try and help you and give you pointers and exchange information. If you think I'm doing a good job, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't, tell me what I didn't do that you'd like me to do next week, and I'll try and do that for you. I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching. I hope you make a ton of money. Go out there, rock on, and... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, ho, ho. You know what I am? I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or a skeptic of any kind. Now, go out there, rock on, and peace! Yeah!